guys, Matthew Morrow with MorrowInvest.com. Today I'm bringing you your 2-minute tip of the day. I love talking about this particular topic, monetizing your talents. What this means is it's trying to figure out a way to whatever it is your talent is, whatever it is that you've been blessed with or cultivated as a talent or skill or part of your skill set, and learning how to monetize that thing. Now, each of those things are going to be different. Warren Buffett talks about, he says, had I been born in Africa, having the skill set that I have towards investing, he said I would have been eaten by a lion years ago. So just because you have a skill set doesn't necessarily mean the monetization is going to be the same. What if you're a teacher or a social worker? That might be your passion. You might want to help people, but that might not make as much money as something else. Now, money is not always the goal. I have friends that have high degrees that are teachers. They love teaching. I have friends that are counselors. They love counseling and helping people. And they don't make tons of money. But that's okay. They are fulfilling their purpose. They are using their skills in the best way they can. And the money is kind of secondary. Now, I know to some of you, you're like, oh, no, I want to make that money. Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story. So I was raised in a catering family, and then I went on to become a financial advisor, and then I went back from being a financial back to being in a lawn service. Now, why would I give up my suit and tie and being in the white-collar world to go back to a blue-collar job cutting grass? Because I made more money. My goal was to make more money, and I would work all week and not make that much money as a financial advisor trying to convince people to do IRAs and mutual funds and annuities and all those insurance, all those things that they need to have in their portfolio. And so then I would go on a Saturday and I would cut grass and I would cut down trees, do whatever it took. I mean, I've cleaned out gutters, done everything, right? And I made $50 an hour. So $50 an hour is pretty good, And then I quit being a financial advisor and I took my money and I bought real estate with it. I basically took my own advice. I got tired of giving advice, and I started taking my own advice. And so I started buying real estate with that money. But whatever your talent is, part of these videos that I'm doing in the book that I wrote, you can look on Amazon, or you can order it off my website, MorrowInvest.com. There'll be a link here at the bottom that talks about how to start your own business and make between $30,000 and $100,000 a year. And we did this in another video, but let me just show you real quick. When we're talking about monetizing your talents, to me it all comes down to math. So it doesn't matter if you want to be a painter, a lawn service, you want to clean houses, you want to have a daycare sitting, a dog sitting, whatever. It doesn't matter what you do. Eventually it's going to come down to your per hour cost. Your per hour cost. Okay, so how much you make per hour, and let's say $50 per hour. Okay, so when we back into our goals, and I think I used this in another example, I said, if you want to make $50,000 a year, and you divide that by 50 weeks, there's 52 weeks in a year, but we're going to take off Christmas and Thanksgiving, that'll give you 2 weeks off, so 50 weeks, then that means you need to make $1,000 a week, right? And you're going to work a 5-day week, so divide that by 5. So you're going to need to make $200 per day. So if you make $200 per day, and you do that 5 days a week, that's $1,000. You do that 50 weeks out of the year, you will make your $50,000 a year goal. So to me, it all comes down to an incremental basis. So whatever it is that you're doing, right? If your goal is to make $200 per day so that you can hit this goal, and you say you sell paintings, and each painting you make a profit. Now this is profit, not gross. This is your net. You profit $10, right? You're going to profit $10. Well, how many of those do you have to do a day? Well, that means you got to sell 20 paintings a day, right? So if you sell 20 paintings a day, that's at $10 a piece. That gives you your $200 per day. Right? So to me, it doesn't matter what the goal is. The part where you get down to monetizing it is, once you figure out a couple of key things, you can figure out what it is you want to make. Okay? So you need to figure out, no matter what your item is, you need to figure out what your cost is. What is your cost? What is your profit? How much do you want to make? How much cash? This is going to give you your price. Okay? So you're going to take how much it costs, you're going to add how much profit you want to make per hour, per unit, whatever, and that's going to give you your price. And then, once you get your price, that's going to tell you how many units of whatever it is your item is, you know, whether it be painting. I need to paint 2 houses this week, or I need to cut 20 yards this week, or I need to sell, you get me? So whatever, how many units times that dollar amount per unit, and that's going to give you your goal. Right? So if your goal over here was 50,000, right, then you need to sell X amount of units at X amount of dollars to give you that return. Okay? So guys, I hope this has answered your questions. If you have any more questions about how to monetize your talents, let me know. Have a good day.